want to talk about something that I'm not really allowed to talk about. So, I got the second snake bite back in October 2021. Okay, literally weeks before, like a week and a half, probably 2 weeks before I started my channel, and I things started happening to me almost immediately after that, right? Like, I guess you'd say side effects, like the chamber that my heart sits in shrank immediately and my heart swelled, and so the arrhythmia of my heart, uh, I can feel it all the time, for about a year. Long time. Like, I mean, pretty much 6 months of like really intense thinking I'm gonna die every day. And then another 6 months of, okay, it's starting to go down. And now I'm pretty much back to normal. Well, in a sense. So, you could say, I guess, that after doing it and realizing my mortality, then, and because I read the Bible after, right? Like, there's a spirit that I've been following my whole life, and I didn't know what it was. I just assumed it was a devil, and or whatever. Maybe it was an angel, but I didn't have a very good understanding of the Bible until October 2021. Okay, like, something told me that I had to read the Bible twice, if needed, but not more than that. And I would understand whatever I was supposed to understand, and I did, and I think I did understand. I don't know. I started making videos, I guess, and it got me up to, this point now where I'm speaking about this. Obviously, I've been haunted by demons and I've been attacked by devils my whole life, right? This is not new to me, so I can't say that getting this done to me or to whoever is going to do it, I'm not saying that it causes you to become a doorway for them to walk through, but it definitely seems like it made it easier for them, right? Amongst other things, like literally my psychic abilities are greatly increased since having it done. My understanding between good and evil has increased greatly. Like, now I can't watch movies since getting it done. Literally, I can't watch them. Like, I watch like 2 minutes and I immediately know the whole movie. Like, I immediately know the point of why it was made, the group of people that made the movie, all the time and effort that's put behind all the spells and witchcraft that's in the movie, and all the intention that's put behind it immediately. Not even just a movie, like anything. Music, television show, newscast. It's all the same shit. It's almost like I can read the mind of the original mind that created the intention of creating the thing that causes you to sin in the first place. And I know it's kind of complicated, but you know, it's not for me. It's just, it automatically happens. Like I automatically see the original storyline of our world in every single thing that we call entertainment. Like it's the same story, rewritten with different names and different scenarios and whatever. But it's the same thing over and over again. It's always good versus evil, and it's always evil that prevails in secret, and it always gets you to relinquish just a little bit more of your morality everything that you watch. So, you know, it's like, I'm not telling anybody to get this done. I don't want anybody on earth to get this. If you haven't yet, do not do it. Okay? My mind's broken. Okay? Like, I mean, I can function my daily tasks and everything. You know, I can work, I can take care of my children, my family. I can do all of the things I could do. It's just, my mind's broken. Like this place is not real to me anymore. And I'm not saying that caused it, but it definitely was a stepping stone for me to make the realizations of these things, right? Like, I mean, if I didn't get it done, God wouldn't have sent me to do all the things I'm doing. I know it doesn't seem like much to anybody watching my stuff, but it is. You know, like everything you watch, it's almost like it's really happening to you, right? That's another reason why I can't watch movies anymore. There's so much violence and needless torture, like completely grotesque, over the top sex and violence all the time. And when it's not sex and violence, it's like corruption, like, you know, like a drawing of drama out of you, right? Like causes you to fucking think about your own life in the situations that you're seeing these characters living out their life on the screen, right? It's really unhealthy. And so is taking this. Okay, the snake bite is not, it's not good in any way. Okay? It didn't help me in any way. It hindered me for a very long time, and it further broke my mind. Okay? Like, and who knows, maybe I'm cut off from certain protections. I'm not sure. Like, I mean, I feel like as if I'm still protected by God. My prayers still work, as long as I'm praying for the right things, right? Like, I'm praying for my own protection, my own safety, as I walk through this valley of the shadow of death, right? Like, I'm not asking for Him to make me rich. Sometimes I'll ask Him to take my pain away, but He doesn't, and I think that's because the pain is necessary to make my mind grow even more. You know, that's why they call them wisdom teeth, right? Because they're designed to break. They're designed to grow in crooked and break your teeth and misshape your mouth so that you endure great pain in your adulthood, so that your brain will adjust to the trauma and become more resilient to such things, and is able to, well, I guess you'd say, think while it's happening. I don't know. Anyway, I deal with pain all the time, but like, because my teeth, but the pain from the snake bite is ongoing. Like, it's been like about a year and a half, and I get random pains in all of my joints. All of my joints of my body. Like my knuckles, my fingers, my wrists, my elbows, my shoulders, my hip, my knees, my ankles especially. Like, I never had random pain for no reason ever in my life. Right? Like, I've always had pain in my teeth because I've had bad teeth for a very, very long time. But the pain I'm getting now on a daily basis, and the fact that my healing factor is slowed down like, threefold, is pretty alarming, right? Obviously, I should have known better than to do it. But like I said, I didn't really know Jesus beforehand. I knew of him. I didn't know him. I knew the thing was bad too. Like, I tried convincing everybody at work and everybody I knew and all my family, and nobody would listen. And then it was like I knew what I had to do. My sister and my father, both not really knowing each other. Like, he's not my sister's dad. She has a different father. They both got it done at the exact same time, at the same place, at the same day, not knowing, right? Not speaking to each other first. And when I see coincidences and lines of patterns, I follow it, right? Like, I know how God speaks to me anyway. And that's one of the things he does, is he sets up patterns of things for me to follow. So I've seen this, and like, I knew I had what I had to do, right? Now you could say that I was convinced to do it or coerced into doing it. Like I said, like, everybody at work was like, they weren't forcing it, but they were saying, like, yo, like, I don't want to get sick from you. You know what I mean? Like, that type of bullshit talk. Trying to convince everybody to do it, and almost everybody did it. And now everybody's hurting. And that's the thing. It's like, when you're disintegrating on the molecular level, you're not going to realize it as it's happening, especially if it takes years and years for it to happen. First thing that's going to shut down is an organ, right? Like, not your brain. It's most likely going to be your heart or your lungs. That's the first thing to go, and it's the first thing that's going to kill you if it goes. When you're breaking down on that small of material on the inside, things are going to happen, right? Like, blood's all of a sudden just going to start leaking out of an area that's and it compromises you instantly. Like, it leads to a stroke or clogged artery or something, and then the coroner is going to say, oh, he died from a heart attack or a stroke or a clogged artery or whatever. He's not going to say, oh, he died from molecular cellular breakdown because of spiked proteins bouncing all over the place and not re-healing after being damaged. You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to go into that type of detail. And fucking asshole Bill Gates knew that shit. Not just him, obviously. It's way long plan. This plan's been going on since fucking... That's the thing too I want to talk about, okay? This is nothing new. Like, this is okay, for me to put this into perspective on where this is coming from, how long they've been planning this. Okay, this is the well, just look at the symbol of the Baphomet. Okay, now, in my mind's eye, and my mind's eye is very intelligent, okay, I don't even know if it's me anymore. And when I look at the Baphomet image, my mind tells me that it is not a demon at all, that it's a blueprint, it's a plan. The image is a plan without words. And it's between the two eclipses, the one that happened in 2017 and the one that's going to happen next year. And the plan has to take place between these two eclipses. Right? That's why the Baphomet sits between the two eclipses. And he points at both of them. Right? He's pointing at both of them because that's the time limit that the goats, right? Because he's a goat. The goats have this time limit to do this thing. And the thing is written on both of his arms, right? The one's pointing up, right? Saying solve, right? And solve is another way of saying dissolve, right? To break apart, to disintegrate, right? And now, judging by his hand pointing up, meaning that some people, the good people, will go to heaven when they dissolve. And then the other one, his hand pointing down, meaning the ones that are going to go to hell, the exact same thing, which is the twisted snake on the DNA pole on his phallus, which is covering the reptilian scale from the tribe of Dan within the rainbow on his stomach, and the breasts of the transgender agenda as well. Like the whole image, like, you know, well, anyway, the pointing down and the coagulate, right? That's the blood clotting, the evil people. It's going to make their blood clot, and then they're going to go to hell. Now, you know, alchemy has been around for a very long time. Before there was science, there was alchemy. And then they changed the name to science. You understand? Like, this world is not what you think it is. If you believe in the world, then you believe in science, and you believe in all the crap. That's all lies. But if you don't believe in the world, if you believe in heaven, you believe, you know, you keep your mind in the spirit realm, you'll understand this place is fake. It's a dead body, and we're all just a bunch of shit crawling around on this giant dead body. You know, and you shouldn't pay too much attention to what goes on here, because this isn't where you live. You live where you're going after you die here, right? Death is not it's not what we think it is. It's just a transition. It's a doorway to the next place. And the next place doesn't allow flesh. You know, it's all a matter of perspective. But if you see beyond the world, then you can see what I'm talking about. That it's the thing that was shown to John in the vision, in the, you know, as he's, it's you know, the 7-year tribulation. 7 years is the 7-year difference between 2017 and 2022 or 24, I mean. And after that eclipse, I think the real show is going to start. You know, God bless all you guys. You know, we're going to need it. You know, I wouldn't call the thing the separating of the goats and the sheep, but it is definitely something that opened everyone's mind.